Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. Because one of the things I want to do for the generator is put that cover back on. So I don't lose the screws and I don't lose the cover. Well, it's easily sidetracked. This wheel was not pinned onto the generator. It's supposed to be held in there with a solder key, like this one is. Great tool for removing cotter pins is a pair of side cutters. Diagonal, dikes, whatever you want to call them. Let you pry the thing out. There. One wheel with a bad tire on it. Perhaps some of you remember the Sportsman generator that I bought for $50 and brought it home and said, well, it doesn't work, so I've got to do some stuff to it. Well, one of the things that I had a great struggle with was getting it home, because to get it up into the back of the truck, I had taken a ramp and a winch, and I thought, well, I'll just winch it up. It had two flat tires, and the guy that was helping me was 70 and I'm 74, so we couldn't really just pick the thing up and set it in the back of the truck. Now, he was going to help me pull it out to the truck, and he started trying to, and then he went in the house and I finished pulling it out to the truck because, you know, it wasn't hard for me. I weigh close to 300 pounds and I'm not skinny, but I'm not fat. I'm a lot of muscle. So I pulled it out to the truck, but it had two dead flat tires, just absolutely dead flat. And I said, oh, I know I have two more tires at home just like that I bought for another project that never occurred. And I finally ended up using the bearings out of one of them in a windmill that I did some repairs on. So I said, okay, when I get home, I'll just get out those wheels. Well, I got out the wheels and there was a tube missing on one, and the other one only had one rim, one half of the rim. And I said, okay, how much is it going to cost me to get a new one? Well, they cost about $4. So I bought a new one. And I said, okay, all I got to do is put it on. But I'm going to do other things before I work on the generator. I really wanted to not do anything on the generator until I got some other things taken care of. A log splitter is one. Log splitter, I've had that sitting there. It's ready to go back together again. All it is just a puzzle to put the pieces together, and I know how it works. I know how it goes. I took it apart. But, push being what it is, I decided today that I was going to go out in the workshop and work on that log splitter. Doesn't have these wheels. I wanted to move the generator out of the way, and I tried pulling it across the floor, and I said, you know what? I got wheels. They only go, all I got to do is take out a cotter pin and slip the new wheel on, right? No problem at all. Short job, 15-20 minutes, I'll be done. Then I'll be able to move this generator around and clean around it and move it out of the way, take care of things. Well, it doesn't work like that. I took the wheel off the generator and I went to put it on the axle, and the axle is too short. Now, this is an exact match for the wheel. I don't know why they would make wheels of different sizes when they're always exactly the same. They're all made in China. They're probably all made in the same factory in China. They make them by the thousands or millions or however many they make. I have these same wheels on my handcart, and I've seen them everywhere. But these don't match. So I said, okay, fine, no problem. I've got a lathe downstairs. I'll just take them downstairs and turn down the axles, make them fit. So I went to take the axle off and found that this axle wasn't even attached. It had a cotter pin through this hole that held the wheel on, but it wasn't hooked to the generator with any cotter pin. It just fell out. And I thought, well, I'm glad it didn't fall out when I was coming home. I would have lost the axle and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to turn this down. I've got the lathe all set up. I'm just going to pop it in there, turn down a little bit, and then it'll be ready to go back on the generator. I'm down here in the basement shop, which is not the shop anymore, but the lathe was just too big to pick up and move. And I said, I'm going to have a place out in the workshop made up for it before I take it out there. Because I'm not going to be sitting here without a lathe for another year or two, which is what it seems to take to get anything done anymore. But, okay, got a carbide cutter in there. I'm ready to go. I got a pretty good idea how much I have to take off. And we're going to go to it. I'm going to cut that down to 5/16. Now, I have tools all over the place, ready to use, but not down here. So I'm going to just use this 12-inch rule and mark it at 5/16 of an inch. And go from there. it unplugged. I keep it unplugged because I don't want to accidentally bump the handle and start it. Perfect. Perfect. Fits just fine. Cotter pin goes right in there. Just an exact fit. There. Just make do with what I have down here in the basement shop. Oh, that's going to work perfect. Now, one of the bright points of today, I go Tuesday, today's Sunday, I go Tuesday to get this off my finger, and I have to change the bandages once every couple of days. And I looked at it, looking pretty good. I think I'm going to have no problem at all with this finger. I can feel the finger, which is good because I was a little worried about nerve damage, but it's not hurting. So that's a perfect combination. You can feel what you want to feel and not feel what you don't. Since I now have this done, I can unplug the lathe again. And turn off the lights and go upstairs. This job is done. If you have any suggestions for new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.